Kickstarter mega hit Bloodstained has arrived at last. No, not Metroidvania Adventure Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, that's still a ways out. This is Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, the bonus retro-style platformer that was promised as a stretch goal for Ritual of the Night's campaign, and it holds up as a great homage to the classic Castlevanias in its own right. If you remember playing Castlevania 3 on NES, Curse of the Moon will feel extremely familiar, like pending a lawsuit by Konami familiar. It's not just the 8-bit style graphics that call back to Castlevania 3, the entire thing plays out almost like a sequel or expansion to the 1990 classic. Curse of the Moon consists of 8 stages packed with undead monsters and equally diabolical platforming hazards. You begin as a samurai by the name of Zangetsu, but each of the first 3 stages adds another character to your team. There's Miriam, who wields a whip in the classic Simon Belmont style, Arthur, a frail wizard who casts magic spells capable of trashing many tough enemies without breaking a sweat, and Gebel, a vampire who doesn't offer much in the way of attack options but can infiltrate any space by transforming into a bat. So the character mix isn't 100% identical to the Castlevania 3 lineup, but they're pretty close. And in exactly the same way, you can swap between characters at any time with the press of a button. Losing a hero in combat can be a real drag though, since you have to complete the rest of the stage without that character. Curse of the Moon does do quite a few things that would have been impossible on true 8-bit hardware. The action moves quicker and the bosses fill a lot more of the screen, giving it a much more modern feel. It goes a little too far with the final stage's screen-shattering gimmick that breaks the retro illusion though. Each stage proves to be remarkably lengthy, and every level contains multiple alternate routes to explore. You'll definitely want to poke around in these branching routes since many of them require a specific character's power to reach and reward you with hidden items that grant your team permanent boosts to strength or health. Since this is a linear game, it's possible to miss these bonuses if you take the wrong path, but all's not lost. The name Curse of the Moon comes from a handy feature that lets you reset your progress to visit stages you've already cleared and attempt to collect those power-ups or just grind for points to earn extra lives. This may be a game that you can finish in about 2 hours on its easiest difficulty level, but it's really designed to encourage you to play through each level multiple times. To make replays even more enticing, Curse of the Moon offers a huge variety of features that change up the difficulty level. The most basic difficulty tweak involves limiting your lives and causing enemy attacks to knock your heroes backward, but most of the alternate modes here actually change the way you play. Be it by playing only as Zangetsu or playing without him, each of these modes forces you to rethink your approach to the numerous challenges within each stage, not to mention the huge, ferocious bosses. Oddly, these feel like something out of Mega Man rather than Castlevania, but that mismatch doesn't make them feel any less challenging. Although Bloodstained Curse of the Moon doesn't quite hit the high notes of the very best modern-day retro-style platformers such as Shovel Knight, it comes close. It does a great job of rekindling the spirit of the series that inspired the Bloodstained project, and it can be as easy or as punishing as you choose to make it, which means that unlike those old NES games, it's an adventure that anyone can hope to complete. For the most part though, Curse of the Moon does precisely what it's supposed to, whet the appetite of Castlevania fans for Bloodstained Ritual of the Night by hitting them right in the 90s nostalgia. For more on Bloodstained, check out the first 10 minutes of Curse of the Moon and 10 minutes of gameplay footage from Ritual of the Night. And for one of our favorite recent Metroidvanias, watch our review of Yoku's Island Express. And for everything else, stick with us here at IGN.